Good evening and welcome to Have I Got News For You? I'm Victoria Coren Mitchell. In the news this week, at the Balham branch of Pizza Express, there's dismay for the chef as another customer orders the American hot. At Central Office, a trip to the first floor is a bit of a treat for some of the Conservative Party membership who voted for Liz Truss. And most commentators agree that Liz Truss could have chosen a more private moment to tell one of her ministers that they're sacked. On Ian's team tonight is a journalist who reported from the Conservative Party conference. So tonight will be the second time in a week she's been in a venue where half the audience are asleep. Please welcome Isabel Hardman. On Paul's team is a comedian whose show was described by The Times as a hugely enjoyable hour of stand-up. Unfortunately, it was a 3-hour special. Please welcome Ivo Graham. We begin with the bigger news stories of the week. Ian and Isabel, have a look at this.
Oh, it's the woman of the moment.
It's the ex-Prime Minister.
There's her local party.
Yeah, a group of puppets. And a man walking in a straight line. You see, no U-turn.
Saying,
And she's blowing something up.
the economy.
Yeah. So you were there. How gloomy was it?
Oh, it was great. It was great. If you like feasting on human misery, I cannot recommend a better holiday than the Conservative Party conference in Birmingham.
I read in the papers that Liz's speech was marvellous and was going to rouse the nation. Is that not true?
If it had come at the end of a really, really good conference, it would have been a really, really bad speech.
Did you see Therese Coffey's speech?
I did.
Should we have a look at that speech?
Please.
While in England we have now virtually eliminated waits of over 2 years, we are speeding up our plans to roll out community diagnostic centres as well as new hospitals.
I mean, normally coffee wakes people up.
But who got the biggest reaction from the crowd?
Greenpeace demonstrators. They appeared with a banner and a man angrily pulled the banner away from them, and then brilliantly they had another identical banner.
Well, let's have a look at one annoying heckler.
That was the speech of a Prime Minister trying to hold her party together. Have you done enough, Prime Minister?
I'm so sorry, that wasn't the climate change people, that was Chris Mason from the BBC. The climate change protesters, let's look at them.
Yes.
Let's get them removed.
When they were all shouting out, 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 I wasn't sure who they were saying it to. And of course, the protester de-lanyarded there. That's the ultimate indignity. How did Jacob Rees-Mogg avoid that happening to him?
Was he in a brothel? Just wanted to say something that wouldn't make the edit, that's all.
Let's have a look at how Jacob Rees-Mogg wears his lanyard.
He looks like he's a lot at an auction.
Here's a debate that I enjoyed. I hope you know the answer to this. Is Liz Truss the first Prime Minister to have gone to comprehensive school? Theresa May's school was a comprehensive school.
No, it was selective. As was Gordon Brown's school.
What about John Major?
Selective.
The key word is selective, because no one chose Liz Truss.
One pundit before the speech said the good thing is that the slogan is projected onto the wall behind her, so it's not going to fall off like it did with Theresa May.
Yeah.
That's a pretty low expectation for a speech.
Francis Elliott of The Times said, expectations for her speech are so low that mediocre would be a triumph. Should we remind ourselves of that particular
So pleased that
Theresa
that's
May moment?
locked and loaded, ready to go.
Let's have a look.
Of modern Britain in all its diversity, compassion and strength that was shared
Building a country that works, or everyone else in this party will have to be Prime Minister.
And how did Liz Truss avoid that happening?
Get projected onto a wall via the magic of light.
Ian, I turn to you as the sort of high-tech expert.
Yes.
What is the downside of using this sort of back projection?
Well, it's up there for ages, and people look at it and think that isn't true.
People that are computer whizzes can adjust it. I mean, for example, like this.
The left are attacking our profound elemental values, wanting to replace them with the poison of identity politics.
What a day. It has been tough, but we need to focus on the job in hand.
What is the anti-growth coalition?
It's an imaginary group of enemies. If you are doing very, very badly in the polls and you have no ideas, traditionally, you invent an enemy. You just list everybody and say they're anti-growth. They're anti-her. I mean, if she thinks she is some sort of growth.
Liz Truss said that the anti-growth coalition included Labour, the Lib Dems and the SNP. The Daily Mail said number 10 won't rule out Jamie Oliver. The anti-growth.
She's blamed everyone. IMF, BBC, C of E, DFS.
Let's see who Liz Truss thought was to blame for the 45% tax rate.
Her Chancellor.
Can I ask you, Prime Minister, did you discuss scrapping the top rate with your whole cabinet?
No.
Do you
No, we
think-
didn't. It was a decision that the Chancellor made.
If only there was somebody could have reported to. Who is the Chancellor blaming for the financial meltdown?
Oh, yes, on the death of the Queen.
On the death of the Queen.
Death of the Queen. So it was her fault.
Why don't we have a look at him at the Queen's funeral, just processing that grief?
Oh, yes, yes. He is a strange character, isn't he? This sort of slow walking that he does. I wonder perhaps if he had some medical condition. Like he's got his head stuck up his arse or something. So I don't know.
He walks slowly because he's got these very extreme bunions on his feet. And if you have bunions, you need to pop down boots and get yourself an anti-growth coalition. And it will sort the whole thing right.
I mean, nobody knows what he was laughing at. I mean, presumably he was thinking, if I bring in a mini budget, I can tank the whole economy.
Isabel, do you think there's going to be an election soon?
I mean, I don't think there's any option that makes anything any better.
Is that the official slogan? I don't think
Yes.
there's any option that makes anything any better.
Liz Truss was adamant she wasn't going to drop the plan to scrap the 45p tax. But less than 24 hours later, she had U-turned on that, leading to this headline in The Sun. At exactly the same time, in unison, Liz Truss and Kwasi Kwarteng tweeted, "We get it and we have listened."
All the other horrible things in the mini-budget are still going ahead. It's just that this headline one's been pulled back. You've been mugged by someone who takes your wallet, takes your phone, and they say, I'm going to take your car as well. And you say, you can't take my car. Fine, I won't take the car. Walk off with your wallet and your phone. I've still got my car. That's something at least.
Having come out and said it, should she have stuck with it?
No, I mean, because she's got a number of other U-turns to go.
If you do two U-turns, aren't you then facing the same way? I don't understand this metaphor. One, another one, and you're still going in that direction.
I said last week you should be Chancellor.
Oh, yeah, I'm waiting for the call.
You can do the maths.
Yeah, well, I can find somebody that can do it.
And what is it that Liz Truss doesn't like about the media?
They keep reporting what she says.
She also accused them of taking taxis from North London townhouses to the BBC studios.
Yes, and I was pretty appalled by that.
You don't live in North London, do you?
I live in South London and I took a limo, for God's sake.
She was asked, Liz Truss, by The Guardian, whether she herself had ever taken a taxi from her London townhouse to the BBC studios at a Downing Street. Spokesperson replied, "I'll get back to you on that." The pound has recovered slightly. But who is a weak pound good for, apart from Keir Starmer?
Well, it's good for people who bet against it. It's good for the hedge funders.
It's good for those people and also tourists, of course.
Yes.
Virgin Atlantic this week advertised flights to American customers with the slogan, "Come and see the king for half price." Which is also the slogan that they used for meetings at the palace with the Saudis. It was the same slogan. Michael Gove has said Liz has no mandate for income tax cuts for the very wealthiest. That led Sarah Vine to write an article which was headlined, "Truss has broken the first rule of politics. Keep your friends close, but your enemies, like my former husband." There you go.
Gove just said exactly what they threw the two Greenpeace women out for saying. You don't have a mandate. That's what's on their banner. No one voted for this. I mean, and the only reason I feel safe this week of sort of being here and, you know, being on the BBC is that Nadine Dorris came out this week and said, this government has lurched to the right. That's woke lefty Nadine Dorris. I mean, that means I'm just right in the middle and I'm feeling fine.
Nadine Dorris said, if we don't want to deliver on the deal, the promises, we need a fresh mandate. Of course, we have to put that judgment in the context of Nadine Dorris describing Boris Johnson as one of the world's greatest leaders. What advice did the chairman of the Parliamentary Conservative Party, Jake Berry, have for people worried about the cost of living crisis? I mean, I can tell you I literally had never heard of him until today. I'm going to say that right out.
Yeah, but nor had his family.
Let's have a look at Jake Berry's comforting advice.
People know that when their bills arrive, they can either cut their consumption or they can get higher salary or higher wages, go out there and get that new job.
Sure,
that's the approach the government is taking.
Who is he?
Who's in charge of their election messaging?
Oh, well, there we are then. What could go wrong with that?
So he came up with getting Britain moving, because we're repossessing your house. That's the slogan. We'll get behind it.
Oh, well, there might be nuclear war. This is the news that Liz Truss is still Prime Minister. Margaret Thatcher must be turning in her grave, if such a thing were possible, which of course is not, because of the wooden stake. One attendee at the Conservative conference told the BBC, they say of lions in the wild, once they've had a taste of human flesh, they keep eating humans. Well, the 2019 intake of MPs has had its taste of flesh, adding, anyway, here's your name badge, enjoy the conference. In her speech, the Prime Minister admitted her policies would cause disruption, but said status quo is not an option. So presumably that's how they ended up with M people. Paul and Ivo, take a look at this.
Yes. Ah, yes, I recognise those tins. Those are Quality Street tins. Yeah, Quality Street wrappers. At last, something I'm interested in. They've changed the Quality Street wrappers after 70 years. Christmas time, black and white TV used to hold up the yellow thing and look through it and make it look like a colour TV. Quality Street wrappers have changed. Next question.
Sorry?
What?
You used to look through the wrapper?
Yeah, at black and white televisions in the 1960s to make it look as if it was in colour. I don't suppose you did that at Eton, did you?
I thought, just got to keep my head down about my private education during the round about the Conservative Party, and then we can have that nice relaxing bit about Quality Street.
Why?
Burton gets you when you least expect it.
Why have they done this?
Oh, I don't know. They can't get the papier-mâché. So, whatever reason.
You know, it's for environmental reasons.
Yes, good.
Would you like to see the old wrappers compared to the new ones?
I think there's no other way we can advance this debate.
Here are the old wrappers.
Lovely. You see, there's the yellow ones, you see? Look through that.
Here's what the new ones will look like.
Yeah, I agree.
There was one boo for Jake Berry,
Yeah.
and there was a whole chorus of boos for the new Quality Street.
Yeah.
I mean, he might be doing it for PR, so,
Yeah.
you know, to get people talking about it. So I probably should clarify, they look shit. But who thinks this is a huge deal and it's a bit sad?
I should imagine there's a Quality Street Appreciation Society that has sort of said, no, you know, we have memories of holding up the yellow wrappers, watching black and white TV.
Alex Hutchinson.
Yes, that's him.
It's actually a she. According to the Sunday Times, she's a...
Well, I know him better than you do.
She's a chocolate historian. Any ideas for what she might specialise in?
Quality Street.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a list here. William of Orange.
Wars of the Roses?
There you go. The Battle of Marathon.
Oh, I see, these are jokes. Sorry.
The Magnum Carta. That's me done. Thanks for coming.
Do you know
Yes.
that each individual quality street has its own wrapping machine?
Yeah, no, it's not surprising at all.
Oh. Well,
Quality street means anything, it's the word quality. I wouldn't expect some old bloke smoking a fag around the back going, yeah, that's all the toffee's done. He's got the ginger slings. I wouldn't expect that. I wouldn't expect that from them.
That's why the boxes are so small. It's
Yeah.
Quality Street, not Quantity Street.
Yeah.
who do you think was more enthusiastic than Paul about the fact that each individual Quality Street chocolate has its own wrapping machine?
Was it Greg Thingy?
Greg Wallace.
Greg Wallace.
Greg Thingy.
And his friend, the other one.
Yeah.
Should we have a look at Greg Thingy at the factory?
Yeah.
The sweet's coming up under here now. OK?
Brilliant!
And then as it gets up to the top...
Aha! They just twisted it.
They twisted them, yeah.
Either side.
Either side.
Literally like a couple of fingers coming in and twisted it.
Yeah. So, and that's
Brilliant.
what we've got.
Brilliant!
Has he had a drugs test?
The next scene is him holding up to the telly going, look, and now it's in colour, this is amazing.
You don't understand, do you?
In related news...
Yes.
Yes.
What would Jacob Rees-Mogg like you to do with the chocolate orange?
I'll tell you what I would like to do with the chocolate orange, the Jacob Rees-Mogg.
Oh, I know. Redistribute it more fairly. So you get the orange out and 5/6 of it are for Jacob.
And the wrapper is for everybody else.
Jacob Rees-Mogg would like us all, as a passive protest against the nanny state, to move the chocolate oranges to the checkout counter.
I love the idea that he protests against the nanny state. This is a man who grew up with a nanny who still follows him around in case he wets himself. So, I mean, it's extraordinary that he's against the nanny state.
In a climate change breakthrough, Nestlé have announced that some of the wrappers on Quality Street will soon be recyclable. The changes to Quality Street are yet another example of the modern woke agenda ruining the traditions of Christmas. This year, they've even got a man doing the Queen's speech. The changes to Quality Street will be rolled out across the entire product range, encompassing cartons, pouches, tins and tubs. Coincidentally, the nicknames of the remaining members of Take That. And so to round two, the strengthometer of news. Ooh. Fingers on buzzers, please, teams. Yes.
Elon Musk, he made an offer to buy Twitter and then he said, no, I'm not doing that, I made a mistake. And now he's back on board and he's going to be on Twitter.
And why do you think he had this change of heart?
Because he realised Twitter was full of angry, ill-informed people like himself.
Is he in the middle of some sort of court case? And if he doesn't buy Twitter, it will lead to more of his private messages being potentially revealed as part of that case? So he's essentially buying Twitter to stop people seeing his WhatsApp messages for like £10 billion, which is actually quite a good deal, I would say.
Well, he was being sued by Twitter for pulling out of the deal to buy it. And one of the possible outcomes of the case was that he would lose and be forced to buy it. So some people are saying, well, if he buys it now, it works out much cheaper for him.
He's also said that it's the accelerant to X, the everything app. That's his new line.
Yes. Do you understand X, the everything app?
Well, he's got a lot of X's, so I guess...
Why is the US Democratic Party worried about this takeover by Elon Musk?
Is this because Trump would be allowed back on Twitter?
He said he'd put him back on Twitter. Where has the former president been posting on social media since he's been off Twitter?
Oh, he has his own social media network.
Called?
Trumpy.
I thought he was just on Pinterest, just, you know, posting inspirational interiors.
Yeah.
He's shouting through the medium of Truth Social, which a journalist for the Financial Times described as the saddest site on the internet. And she's seen Ivo's old MySpace page, so strong words.
You won't see more dedicated Kaiser Chiefs fan art anywhere else on the internet.
How did Joe Biden embarrass himself last week in relation to the Congresswoman Jackie Walorski?
I don't know, I didn't see it.
He asked her to stand up at a rally.
Oh, no.
But unfortunately...
She's in a wheelchair?
Worse, she struggled to do because she's dead.
She's dead? Mind you, it would have been a coup if she had stood up.
He struggled to stand up and he's alive.
What else has Elon Musk been trying to solve?
He's been trying to solve the Ukraine-Russian war. And then there was a bit of a backlash, people saying this isn't helping hugely.
And what did the Ukrainian ambassador to Germany say in response?
Fuck off.
Fuck off, yeah.
I love
He also said that no Ukrainians from now on would ever buy that Tesla.
Electric car?
It was another swear word.
Oh.
Ah.
Tesla fuck wagon?
That was it.
Yeah, you try getting an MOT on one of them.
What have Tesla announced that they're branching out into?
Tanks.
They built something that we saw this week, a new...
Oh, is it a robot?
Yes, a humanoid robot. Elon Musk said it was a fundamental transformation of civilization as we know it.
Oh, have you got a picture of one?
We could see actual footage of this
Fantastic.
groundbreaking technology. Let's have a look.
I could do with a new friend. It's a robot that does the work of 4 people. 3 of them actually there.
If that's the future of the robotic industry, I just couldn't be happier.
The only thing that walks slower than quasi-Kwarteng is that robot.
In other technology news, what piece of equipment was malfunctioning at a London Travelodge this week? Did you see this story?
No.
Matthew Clark from Swansea got a message on Monday night from his hotel room TV. A warning.
Please don't wet bed. Isn't that over a photograph of Alexander Armstrong hosting this show?
This is the news that Elon Musk has decided that he'll go ahead with his plan to buy Twitter. The BBC reported that the initial meeting to buy the social media firm took place at a farm. And on that farm, he agreed to become Twitter CIEIO.
It's an Apple Old MacDonald. Dear me.
You sounded like Basil Brush then.
Fingers on buzzers, teams. Here's the next one.
The face is familiar. Yes, this is King Charles, as we now know him. Liz Truss says he can't go to a conference about green issues, and he wanted to go, and she said, you can't go.
King Charles had been going to make a speech at this climate conference, and there were reports he'd been ordered not to go. But both sides have said there is no suggestion of a row. So there was a row. In other news, Prince William recently come into possession of the Duchy of Cornwall estate, formerly owned by his father. So that includes a garden centre, some rivers and a tin mine. Do you know what Prince Charles's income was from the Duchy of Cornwall estate?
He must have come close to the old 45p, mustn't he?
He went and got a better job, so...
He went and got a better job. He got up early.
His income from the Duchy of Cornwall was £21 million a year. He did pay income tax, but not on the first £23 million of earnings, and no corporation tax or capital gains tax. When he inherited the Queen's estate, he didn't pay inheritance tax. But other than that, he's just like you and me. Why might Prince William struggle to make the most of the tin mine?
It doesn't produce tin anymore?
Well, it certainly doesn't now, because it's been forced to close because it was late paying its rent to the Duchy on time. What did the man running the mine tell the Mail Online?
You'll have to get your tin hat somewhere else.
No, he said, I feel like I've been shafted. Do you know when the coronation is expected to be?
June the 3rd.
June the 3rd, 2023. What else is happening that day?
A horse race.
The FA Cup final. Players will be competing for this beauty. And isn't it lovely how they've adapted it to a likeness of the king? This is the news that Liz Truss told King Charles not to go to the COP27 climate summit. The royals are nervously awaiting Prince Harry's tell-all memoir. Andrew, if you're scouring the index, you're listed under P. Not Prince, a bit higher up. Prince William's recently inherited Duchy of Cornwall estate includes a tin mine in Cornwall. Prince William will be able to sell any metal produced by the tin mine thanks to the ancient royal proclamation, whoever smelt it, dealt it. Fingers on buzzers. Here we go. Yes.
Poker.
Ah.
It's cheating in games. The chess man who we did last week,
yes,
who had the beads that helped him, he's been cheating again.
You just want to talk about anal beads again?
No, I don't know. I want to talk about the venerable bead, which I... And then lots of people in other games have said, no, we've got to cheat as well. So there's a poker cheat.
I can't believe this wasn't the opening story last night.
Presumably the cheating is above a level of what's been demonstrated here.
I read this story because, unlike Victoria, he's a, proper poker player, makes lots of money and wins competitions. I play at an amateur level, and this woman went all in with Jack High.
Yes.
And she bid too early, and he was just cross because he folded, and when she bluffed.
In my view, this woman is definitely not cheating. The thing that it's hard for non-poker players to understand about it is, he went all in, and she called, and you go, how would you know you had the winning hand with Jack High? But she didn't really, because even though her Jack was beating his 8, he can hit any 6, any Jack, any 7, any 8, or any club. So mathematically, her hand is ahead.
Is there much more of this?
OK, you're interested in Quality Street. I'm interested in this hand.
Yeah, well, make the rest of us interested in it then. Imagine you've got an audience listening to this.
Yeah.
But I think it's interesting because what people are accusing her of is having a hidden vibrating device like the anal beads.
Yes.
And I don't think any of it's true. I don't think the chess player did either. I think he had an earpiece.
But where did he have the earpiece? That's what everybody wants to know.
Is there any other games it's spread to, this vibrating cheating?
Snap.
Apparently, Liz Truss used to cheat at board games, according to her brother. She must have been the
Really?
banker, presumably.
Have you ever cheated at a game? Would you cheat at a game?
Yes, I lied about my entrance interview for Oxford University.
No, you told me you went to Oxford and...
Yeah, just for the day.
Yeah.
I had to go by bus.
There has been a cheating allegation somewhere else.
It's been in the world of fishing.
Yes, it has.
Fishing?
Yeah, a man landed a giant cod, but it was covered in batter.
There were these competitions, and you could win, like, $50,000 for catching the heaviest fish. So this chap just stuffed lead weights into the fish's mouth. Should we have a look at the moment they were caught?
Yeah, go on then.
Those are pretty big vibrating beads.
This is the news that the poker world has been rocked by accusations of cheating. A poker player has been accused of cheating by having a vibrating device hidden on her body. That doesn't make sense to me. If you've got a good, strong hand, why would you need a vibrator? Officials became suspicious.
Yes.
She had a remote-controlled device concealed on her body when she not only made surprising calls, but also her garage door kept opening. Time now for the odd one out round. Only one for you all this week. Your 4 are Suella Braverman.
Yes.
Donald Trump.
Yes.
A Prince of Denmark.
Yes.
And Princess Beatrice.
Well, the Danish royal family have recently announced that they're going to downsize. There's going to be fewer of them. And Princess Beatrice, she's an extended member of the royal family, so she might not be part of that. But the other 2 have no relevance to that, so they're both the odd one out.
Princess Beatrice might be stripped of her title along with Prince Andrew. You don't want to hear Prince Andrew and stripped in the same sentence, but that's the sentence I've gone with.
You want to think about what they're all called.
Well, he's called President Trump because, they're called presidents beyond their term of office.
And Suella Braverman's title is Worst Home Secretary Ever.
There might be something about Suella Braverman that you don't know.
Then there's no point us sitting here guessing then, is there? She used to be one of the Wombles. I didn't know that.
It's an unusual name, isn't it?
Suella Deville.
The name Suella Braverman was given at birth is Suellin.
Yes.
Not
Oh,
Suella.
because her mother watched Dallas.
Her mother was a big fan of Dallas and named her Suellin, although the Home Secretary told The Sun on Sunday My primary school teachers didn't like the hyphen, so they put Suella on the tag for my coat, and that stuck. Given that information...
We like her now.
Does that help you work out how these clues relate to each other?
Oh, well, Donald Trump, his first name isn't Donald, is it?
No, and his surname as well.
Trump.
They were a German family. This is according to his biographer, Gwenda Blair.
Yes.
The Trumps were originally named the Drumpfs.
Oh, they sound like the Smurfs. But into property.
And orange rather than blue.
So who might be the odd one out?
Beatrice is the odd one out.
She wasn't originally called Beatrice.
And what was she originally called?
Andrewella.
No, her parents wanted to call her Annabelle,
Oh, yes.
but apparently the Queen said it was too yuppie.
Really?
So they changed it to Beatrice.
So they all had to change their name, apart from the Danish royal family.
Oh, having their names dropped against their will.
What I've got on the card is...
Yeah, tell us what's on the card.
They all had their names changed by members of the family.
Apart from the Home Secretary, because it was changed by teachers.
Exactly.
So her parents were so weak-willed that because there was a tag sewn into a coat with a different name, they thought, there's nothing we can do.
I mean, on the basis of that, my son's got the names of all the other kids at nursery.
Do you know what Donald Trump was reported to have said to Theresa May on their first meeting when she was Prime Minister?
Have you got 10 minutes?
Apparently, Donald Trump's first question to Theresa May was, why isn't Boris Johnson the Prime Minister? Didn't he want the job? Of course he did then, and he still does now. Why will the Prince of Denmark have to change his name?
He's not being a prince anyway. She has to have some other...
That's it. The Queen Margrethe II of Denmark says she's slimming down the monarchy. She wants to give them a chance to lead a more normal life and get a normal job. What will their titles be in future?
The Earl of Elsinore.
What is that kind of thing? The Counts and Countesses of Montpezat. I mean, good luck putting that on a badge at Argos. But that's the idea, they'll have more normal names.
Or on a tag at nursery school.
Who turned up at Prince Andrew's home in Windsor recently?
The FBI.
Actually, I'm going to tell you. I mean, it was a Spanish woman. She just turned up there. She said she was Andrew's fiancée, Irene Windsor, and the security guards went, OK, and let her in.
Because presumably no one would make that up.
No, although Irene Windsor was described by the Sunday Express as being in her 40s. So that should have been a clue, shouldn't it? Yeah. They've all had their name changed by their family, except for Suella Braverman, who had her name changed by a teacher. Suella Braverman was named after her mum's favourite television character, Sue Ellen from Dallas. Nothing wrong with that. I very nearly called my daughter Ian Hislop.
Is there a resemblance?
Which means at the end of this round, it's 4-all.
Yes!
Oh, we're back. Well done.
Fantastic.
Time now for the Missing Words round, which this week features as its guest publication, Dr. Darts' newsletter, the monthly publication bringing the most up-to-date research into the history of darts. It's a nice magazine to enjoy with a drink. I usually start with a double. We start with woman spotted on Google Street View in what?
Wheelie bin. It's always a wheelie bin, isn't it?
Not it. Woman spotted on Google Street View in exactly the same place she was 9 years ago.
What, in her own home?
The pictures is 2009 and 2018.
Well, that's a traffic lights. Where do you want her to be standing? In the middle of the road?
Well, it's a little flashback to 2009, back when we were reeling from a financial crisis, the Prime Minister's days were numbered, and the country was desperate for a general election. It's a way of looking at how times change, you know. What turns up 42 years too late?
1980. Woman waiting at traffic lights. Can't believe that was a story. Woman crosses the road twice in 9 years.
Yeah. Near her house.
Break the internet.
The answer is...
What? Postcard?
Yes, correct. Dutch postcard turns up 42 years too late. This is the news that a 64-year-old Dutch woman finally received a postcard from her sister 42 years after it was sent. The woman was delighted to receive the message until she saw the PS, "Can you feed the cat?" Next. Man who what did it to prove people wrong?
Oh, tanked the economy.
Man who took a photograph of a woman crossing the road twice in 9 years. Did it to prove people wrong. I can't believe that happened. What's What's the chance? What's the chances of that happening twice in 9 years? In a town where she lives. Next to a shop where she goes every week.
Man who ran to front of London Marathon did it to prove people wrong. This is Richard Lee Wright, who started the London Marathon by making a mad dash for the front in order to prove to his friends he could lead the race. Let's have a look at him setting off.
Second was a kind of a constant, a reassuring constant over the years. Then surely the London Marathon is the same as well. Over 40 years, we've come to enjoy these sights.
It's not Philip Schofield, is it?
He would have joined the marathon halfway through.
Next, cat sneaks into school and gets what?
The perfect grade.
Photographed in school reunion photo.
But that's it.
9 years later.
What do you mean that's it?
Cat sneaks into school and gets class photo taken on picture day. This is Ziggy the cat, who's a frequent visitor to Drury Primary School in Flintshire. Here he is in the school photo.
That's nice.
An anal bead round its neck.
The cat goes into school every day. Presumably he's just waiting for his turn to be asked to look after the school hamster. Next, children would be better at what if they were forced to what?
Sleeping if they were forced to watch Conservative conference.
Children will be better at darts, because we've not had a darts one yet.
Oh, is it? They'd be better at darts if they were forced to drink lager and smoke.
Says Health Secretary to stop.
Children would be better at maths if they were forced to play darts at school.
Yes?
Forced?
This is from Dr. Darts' newsletter, and this story was in their edition, issue 180.
They're a very generous audience.
No, they're just taking the piss out of us now.
Next, dog food boss regularly what?
Well, it's got to be eat his own product, isn't it? What else is he going to do? Dog food boss regularly takes photograph of woman at traffic lights. But only produces photographs for the last 9 years.
Regularly humps wife's leg.
He must eat his own dog food.
Dog food boss regularly eats dog food to check the quality.
Yeah.
The CEO of Mars, Grant Reed, says he's been sampling the company's pedigree chum for years, though occasionally it gives him an upset stomach, which is not good news for Mrs. Reed, who has to pick up after him. Next, a common misconception about Dr. Darts' newsletter is that it has a big what?
Readership.
Agenda. A common misconception about Dr. Darts' newsletter is it has a big common misconception attached to it.
Is it bored?
I'm going to take bored because it is to do with the size of its personnel. A common misconception about Dr. Darts' newsletter is that it has a big team of research staff.
Yeah, just as good as bored.
Bored is funny,
How is
but
bored close to team of research staff?
Well, because
There's some sort of Oxford sort of kind of prejudice coming in here. Just
bored.
because you walked across the quadrangle together wearing mortarboards, tilted at a jaunty angle. No, I'm going to go into television after do this.
I'm so flattered you think I was there at the same time as me. Oh, dear, that's made my night.
Patrick, the Dr. Darts editor, tells readers that he researches, writes and publishes the newsletter all on his own, but adds, I do have a proofreader, my wife Maureen. So one up on The Guardian, then. Next, the National Trust has what to cut costs?
Sold the Duchess of Kent.
I know this one. It's burnt all its old houses to the ground.
Not that.
Oh.
It is something equally horrible, though. The National Trust has stopped giving biscuits to volunteers.
What?
To cut costs. Yes, volunteers are complaining that they're no longer being given biscuits with their cups of tea, to which a National Trust spokesman said, hang on, we're giving you tea? Isn't that mean? All those nice people who volunteer for the done, they want a cup of tea and a biscuit.
If anything, they should be force-fed biscuits.
Next.
Yes.
What? Surprisingly big in Moldova.
Multi-storey car parks. Unsurprising photographs of a woman standing by 9 years apart. Darts. Dart boards.
Is it mould?
Paul's closer.
What, do they like big dartboards in Moldova?
And they cannot lie.
Theme pubs. Theme pubs revolving around darts.
No, it's a very specific dance-related thing.
James Corden.
What? No. Because the answer's staring you in the face, I need the exact wording.
Moldovan dartboard.
No.
Dr. Dart's magazine thing.
Dr. Dart's newsletter.
Dr. Dart's newsletter. Surprisingly big in Moldova.
How did we not get that?
This is a report on a visitor from the UK who came to teach the Moldovans the rules of the game and get darts off the ground. If you're a beginner, that's where they usually end up. And finally, Queen Victoria was a pioneer of what?
Looking bored in sepia photos.
Yeah. Not if you got the yellow bit of Quality Street.
Well, it's dance music.
It's,
Queen Victoria was a pioneer of dance music. Was she? Is that right?
No. Queen Victoria was a pioneer of drunk texting. This is the news that a cache of letters written by Queen Victoria...
Cachet.
No. Cache.
Cash, really?
Yes, I think so.
Oh, I wasted my time
I'll
at
say
Oxford.
cachet.
Bundle.
This is the news that a bundle of letters written by Queen Victoria...
Bundle.
Experts believe she may have been drunk at the time of writing and used abbreviations similar to today's text message. One of the letters read, "The Q wishes to know the height of the gypsy's male donkey." Followed by aubergine, aubergine, chair leg.
What on earth are you talking about?
So the final scores are Ian and Isabel have 5, Paul and Ivo have 9.
Well done.
Before we go, there's just time for the caption competition.
Scientist explains why he and his wife sleep in separate beds.
If we take the rectangle on the left as being 9 years ago, and the one on the right is today, you see the woman in the middle is in exactly the same position. Because she's standing by traffic lights.
On which note, we say thank you to our panellists, Ian Hislop and Isabel Hardman, Paul Merton and Ivo Graham. And I leave you with news that in Somerset, the PR team for EDF Energy insists that the new Hinkley C nuclear power station is perfectly safe. At Westminster, there's an awkward silence as Keir Starmer identifies 2 big reasons why the electorate stopped voting Labour. And at the Radisson Hotel in Birmingham, it's still a mystery as to how carbon monoxide was diverted into Michael Gove's room. Good night.
Tangled lines, sparks ignite beneath the signs. Love's a code, a random glitch, yet I feel such a powerful twist. Electric hearts in tangled lines, sparks ignite beneath the signs. Love's a code, a random glitch, yet I feel such a powerful twitch. Chase the tales we spun in our world where time's undone. From the shadows we emerge, gliding through the surging surge.
Isn't that mean? All those nice people who volunteer for the done, they want a cup of tea and a biscuit.
If anything, they should be force-fed biscuits.
Next.
Yes.
What? Surprisingly big in Moldova.
Multi-storey car parks. Unsurprising photographs of a woman standing by 9 years apart. Darts. Dart boards.
Is it mould?
Paul's closer.
What, do they like big dartboards in Moldova?
And they cannot lie.
Theme pubs. Theme pubs revolving around darts.
No, it's a very specific darts-related thing.
James Corden.
What? No, because the answer's staring you in the face, I need the exact wording.
Moldovan dartboard.
No.
Dr. Dart's magazine thing.
Dr. Darts' newsletter.
Dr. Darts' newsletter. Surprisingly big in Moldova.
How did we not get that?
This is a report on a visitor from the UK who came to teach the Moldovans the rules of the game and get darts off the ground. If you're a beginner, that's where they usually end up. And finally, Queen Victoria was a pioneer of what?
Looking bored in sepia photos.
Yeah. Not if you've got the yellow bit of Quality Street.
Well, it's dance music.
It's,
Queen Victoria was a pioneer of dance music. Was she? Is that right?
No. Queen Victoria was a pioneer of drunk texting. This is the news that a cache of letters written by Queen Victoria...
Cachet.
No. Cache.
Cash, really?
Yes, I think so.
Oh, I wasted my time.
I'll say cachet.
Bundle.
This is the news that a bundle of letters written by Queen Victoria...
Bundle.
Experts believe she may have been drunk at the time of writing and used abbreviations similar to today's text message. One of the letters read, "The Q wishes to know the height of the gypsy's male donkey." Followed by aubergine, aubergine, chair leg.
What on earth are you talking about?
So the final scores are Ian and Isabel have 5, Paul and Ivo have 9.
Well done.
Before we go, there's just time for the caption competition.
Scientist explains why he and his wife sleep in separate beds.
If we take the rectangle on the left as being 9 years ago, and the one on the right is today, you see the woman in the middle is in exactly the same position. Because she's standing by traffic lights.
On which note, we say thank you to our panellists, Ian Hislop and Isabel Hardman, Paul Merton and Ivo Graham. And I leave you with news that in Somerset, the PR team for EDF Energy insists that the new Hinkley C nuclear power station is perfectly safe. At Westminster, there's an awkward silence as Keir Starmer identifies 2 big reasons why the electorate stopped voting Labour. And at the Radisson Hotel in Birmingham, it's still a mystery as to how carbon monoxide was diverted into Michael Gove's room. Good night.